just jumping into another arena game. As per usual, I've already got a game set up, so I'm just going to jump right over to the game board and pick a faction here. So I'm actually picking in third seat here. NG and Fakirs have been picked, which both make a good bit of sense here. So as per usual, I'm just going to kind of pick something and then kind of quick and then break down kind of the setup almost afterwards in the auction evaluation process. So third seat's probably getting 2 workers or worker power. Assuming fourth seat wants a spade, unless it's something like giants or something that are picked, then third seat gets a spade. So who would really like, well, I'd love to have engineers in third seat here. Mermaids really like double dig. I mean, everyone likes double dig, but who can guarantee double dig? What about halflings? Halflings they can't get this air spade and double dig. Big building tile is in and the trading post tile is in. Those aren't the greatest scoring tiles for most factions. It's a classic Swarmlings game in that sense. But the track is pretty high scoring. Oh, Darklings are probably actually decent here then, because they've got this tile in and they can get it in third seat. Maybe even open Sanctuary if they can get a workers action. Are we just throwing Darklings in? And Darklings will attract Swarmlings? And is that what we want? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. My stream deck is not behaving as it should be for some reason. I really don't know why it hates me right now. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so it is giants, which is kind of weird. So Darklings get a spade. Okay, I'm just gonna try something here. Okay, I have no idea. My stream deck was having a bad day. Oh, so we've got sandwiched something. Ooh, sandwiched giants? That doesn't seem fun. Their reds are going to be under attack. Super hard. Yeah. Who picked giants? Okay, let's also check these players. Also, I'm playing against Rafi. That's a lot of fun. Rafi's a great player. He's very, very good. He's played more Terra Mystica than like most people I know. This person has a very good rating after 18 games. That's solid. And this player is very solid. Okay, cool. So I guess I just bid Darklings down for a minute. I mean, what's going on here? Giants are taking the 2 workers. Darklings get the spade. Fakirs probably take worker power. But Fakirs might just prefer the priest because it's basically a spade-ish. It's kind of a crude way of looking at it, but they get to just plop a dwelling on the board in round 1 with an econ favor and then build their second temple the next round and then do some spading and flying. Like, this all kind of makes that. I don't know if I like Darklings that much, do I? Where are people starting? Presumably giants, Fakirs. Okay, NG. Darklings. So this stuff. Fakirs fly. Darklings just get to secure all this stuff pretty easily. Darklings. Oh, Darklings could actually dig and build their sanctuary here this game. I friggin' never do that because I'm terrible. And then I always end up like bridge towning or something. But this, you might actually just do that this game because you can probably wait till the next turn. It's kind of sketchy. Fakirs could just mess with your life. It's always a problem. Oh, but wait a second. Darklings just want a worker's action. They start on a spade. They have a priest. They could actually take this, upgrade here, and take this round one. That's what they want to do. Do they get workers here? I'm gonna bid Darklings another point. This is probably too much. No, I think it's actually okay. I stand behind this. This looks nuts, but yeah, all right. I would have loved to actually just jump to engineers here, but I wanted like a sneaky price at engineers, not like that. So am I just jumping to fakirs here? What do fakirs get? They take a priest and they just give engineers worker power and double dig, which seems horrendous. If they take worker power, they're angling for single spade is theirs if they want it. Single spade is fakirs. Single spade is fakirs if they want it, even if they start on a priest, assuming they get some leech. Because these folks aren't taking spades. That's actually an interesting thing to look at in this game, is that there isn't pressure on spades from two of the factions. And there's a spade tile. Like, there's just a lot of spades for fakirs and engineers here. So fakirs would start on the priest. They'd build a temple for something. They would single spade, fly down their landscape, and then build a dwelling, and then not get this air spade. Or they start on a priest, they send it to a cult. They take air 2. They build a temple. They single spade down a dwelling, and then they cult spade something. Not super sure. They basically never hit these pass tiles until like round 4. Fakirs can start building trading posts. And only giants and darklings score a little off this before then. Do I want to get stuck on engineers here? Engineers just get to start here. They just get this hex. Hopefully they get this before giants do. Giants might ruin their life a little bit through the north. But they probably get this hex for a landscape late if they can reach it. They might get double dig here. If not, they get the first priest to earth. I'm going to bid down NG for a second. This has got to be incorrect, actually. I think the thing is giants just have to go down a bunch, is why this auction looks awkward. Like, darklings are just 20 points better than giants here. Is that what I'm saying? Probably. I think people will pay for darklings, so I want them to. My guess is I end up on fakirs here. There's a lot of points for NG. Also, one secret thing that I don't understand in Terra Mystica that I think is part of the reason why people are bidding on NG a lot here is round 6 trading posts. I've heard people say, like good players as well, I've heard NerdCube say this as well, round 6 trading posts, that's the dream for engineers. I don't understand that at all. I always think this is bad for engineers. Trading posts are engineers' best building, so why would you want to wait till round 6 to build them? Anyhow, if anyone in chat can help me out with that, that'd be clutch. So engineers just get double dig though either way, is that kind of the cool thing. They like, even if fakirs takes their worker power, then engineers just start on a priest. So fakirs probably do just take the priest, because engineers are getting double dig anyhow. Engineers just get to like upgrade for a temple, take Earth 2. Wonder if engineers just double dig d4 in round 1. Just start making their way up here. Oh, they super do. They do. With giants start in d3, they secure c6. Giants can take d4 or c6 in 3 moves. They upgrade, TP, stronghold, bam. So engineers have to, by their 3rd move, be on c6. So they upgrade, they double dig, build. So they can upgrade once because they're behind giants in C order to get a little more leech. This is wild. I don't think engineers are that good here. This feels a lot better. Yeah, Rafi jump onto giants. Nah, he's probably taking a tick off Darklings here, I expect. Oh. Who do we get in chat? Although you guys are being silent, I can see who's in chat. Chickens, looks like we got deep finesse. Oh, I think this is good, isn't it? Normally Fjords isn't the map that you want to pay 19 points to play Darklings, but hey. Someone had to. Just doing normal stuff. I'm going to play the most boring Fire 1 Darklings game you guys have ever seen in your life. Except for, I'm going to do the thing that you're supposed to do that I never do, because I'm hex paranoid, is I think I'm going to try to build my temple on F3 this game. I'm going to do this town. I don't think I've ever built this town. I guess the thing is there pressure on F6 this game? This could just be like a late triple dig and I could just town over here. This looks like a power party to me that I'm just going to miss out on, and I have serious leech FOMO. Rainier is very good about doing something in Terra Mystica that I appreciate that I'm not. And I picked this up a lot in the Fire and Ice season. He played a lot of witches, built a lot of towns, that kind of thing. And he would upgrade his structures almost immediately in the early part of the game based on his town configuration, where I almost auto just like upgrade in the center of a big party. I'm just like, I see upgrades and just like dive in there. And then by round 3, I'm like, how do I put all this together into towns? And I'm like 2 towning, or there's a bridge and it's all messy. My sanctuary's in the wrong place. I have to build another temple first, all that kind of gross stuff. But I appreciate it when other players are a little bit more careful with, like, you know, power says I probably want G5 as my trading post, but I can also just spade this with my spade and then upgrade here and probably get a little less leech. Although engineer will come down here. Engineers will do this. So my hope here is to not get screwed by fakirs here. I'm actually going to leave this open. And I'm going to try to spade. I'm going to take this hex in turn 1. And then put my temple here. But I need a worker's action real bad. And Rafi might worker block me. Oh, he didn't take worker power. So he's short on power to do it. But Rafi might want a 2 temple here. So I'm going to worker action almost immediately. Do I do that turn 1? Pretty much. All right, so what am I doing round 1? Building a temple, taking a worker action, and building a dwelling in F7 and H4, and I'm taking fire 1 because I'm lame. So I can build a dwelling here, wait for engineers to take double dig and give me 2 power. Giants will do their thing, which is give fakirs 2 leech, and then it goes back to fakirs, and fakirs could worker block me, right? I don't take workers, giants upgrade, Engie does whatever they do, and fakirs take workers. Yeah, I'm just going to be a good boy. round one for Darklings can be really stressful because it's like there's so many things that you just want to secure. For me, I immediately want a power action and 2 hexes, and I want them all at the same time. I think I'm digging this next. I don't think Fakirs fly down here, but like my Sanctuary is only good here if I have this hex, basically, because then I just get this stretch. So I think my next action is spading H4. And if Engineers double dig now, then I at least get a little power for an upgrade from them. Yeah, that's annoying. Fakirs just get double dig here? No. I don't know what Raffi does here. He's taking a priest. Okay, so Raffi can't spade this. So in terms of sequencing, I'm expecting Engineers to take double dig. Oh, okay, right. You gotta have Earth 1 before you take your spades. So I can dig this, give everyone some leech. Then it goes to Giants. They give Fakir some power. And then on Raffi's turn, he has 3 more power, so he's up to 7, so he can't spade H4. Oh, with an Engineers. Actually, wait a second. I give Fakirs a power. I don't know that Raffi would actually do that. He might have other stuff in mind, but I'm just double checking. So I give Fakirs power here. And then Giants give Fakirs 2 power. And then Engineers double dig this and this, and they secure this one first. It's a bit of my paranoia thinking. I don't know that Fakirs actually want to do that, but I'm often sequencing my round 1 of like, how can this go the worst? It's often how I think through round 1, I guess I should say. Now the other problem is that Giants could take this round, pass in front of me, and then take this, and take this. I mean, what are you going to do? I think this was sequenced correctly. I think Giant should take D4 here. I think they have an outside shot of getting this hex. I think they can also cut off Engineers here and prevent them from taking Northern Reds. If I were Engineers, I actually would have just dug this. Well, they do take this. So this is annoying to me, and it's fine for Giants, and it's really nice to Engineers. Whoa, and Engineers do just take this stuff. They don't just take this. All right. So if Giants take this, and Fakirs take this, so I either take this stuff and I don't connect, or I take this eventually and I connect through here. I didn't really think about this stuff. Is G6 actually more under threat? Because the problem is that even if I have tempo to take this next round, it's very hard to get a Sanctuary out next round. And like I'll have the priest for it, but it's hard to have 5 workers and 12 coins. I would need Earth 2 and then like a coins action this round, and then pass on to this or something crazy. Hey, Heroic. All right, so I upgrade down here. So giants just pass, engineers build a dwelling, fakirs fly in single spade. Probably. What did Rafik open with? Oh, just Earth 1. Interesting. Wonder why. Is he not building another temple next round? So I think I'm just going Fire 1 here. Yeah. I was kind of hoping he would come down here. Coins this round would have been dope. Even 1 power and I could Earth 2 for a coins action or something. Nothing gives me a coins action. Water 2 doesn't do anything funky. Alright. I said vanilla. I'll just go vanilla. Oh, fakirs can just take this X. Okay. Man, maybe I just want to dig a bunch next turn. Could get wrecked here. This might become my sanctuary town, actually. I can see fakirs wanting this. I mean, I guess my network aspirations were never going to be particularly good here. What I just want to do is like play well so I can build a decent economy, hit the track well, 2 town in this round, 3 town this game, probably just collect all the favors, try to hit this a couple times. Maybe do something on a cult. Oh, I do just get the big building tile. I mean, that's very nice. I don't get a coins action and fakirs are just getting a spade. Probably just a priest of water. Or do I save the priest for the priest round? I mean, I'm never getting a coins action here. I'm just exchanging a priest for 2 coins when it could be used. I could have 4 spades. I think I like the idea of 4 spades next round a little bit better. I think what I do is I just I do a real ugly thing here. Interesting. The other interesting thing about a priest to water is it might be the difference between a coin's action. I'm probably getting a power from engineers here this turn. Presumably they build a temple. You get a power from here and 3 on this. That's 8, 3, 6, 7, 8. But then I would only have 2 priests next round. And if this gets taken, 2 priests does what? Like, otherwise getting both of these dwellings out next round seems okay. The other thing is I can also just secure this right now. But then I'm hurting my coin situation even worse. And do fakirs get the leech? Yeah, fakirs are going to get the leech with a single spade and can take this. Probably they fly here. I mean, I guess I can just pass for worker power. I probably just get the power for a coin's action. Fakirs fly here. And I take these, a coin's action, and then I take these hexes next round. It's not very good. All right. Rafa doesn't let me have the coins when I double dig h5, basically. I mean, I think that's what I'm sort of trying to communicate to Rafa here. Like, he gives me a coins action, or I open with a double dig on h5 and I take i5. And I have the coins to do that. Like, it's a slow round, but... Like, yeah, it's a slow round, but I have 4 coins and 3 priests. So my next round can be h5 and g7, or h5 and i5, or like whatever. So fakirs are not showing any interest in g7. That's actually a nice... that's nice for me. I mean, my preference is these 2 hexes. I don't actually know how much I need to fight network this game anyhow, because presumably engineers and fakirs are all just going to beat me. It's mainly just hexes to dig. All right, so there's a coins action. Man, this Giants player is being so nice to engineers. Holy. What's my favorite hex on Fjords? It's an interesting question. I mean, these are sort of like I feel like standard crown jewel kind of hexes on like these are sort of the central hexes in Fjords in a sense. C4 is a hex that I like talking about a lot. E4 with alchemists. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Like it takes a while of playing to like realize like what some of the really important hexes are. in this game. C4. C4 is a really important hex in cultists versus giants. Cultists and giants are in a game together. This is like a key hex. Fiasco's asking if that was the right favorite tile. Yeah, I think so. So next turn I get a coins action, and then I dig G7. And then I dig I3. And I beat engineers to I2 probably. Probably the following round. I will have 11 coins. Actually, I'll have slightly more than that. Okay, so next round I'm building a temple. That's what's happening. Next round I'm building a temple and 2 dwellings. Temple and 2 dwellings is 12 coins for 11, and then I have some extra power. And it's 6 workers. So I think just another temple makes sense. Got some expensive digs coming up. If this gets taken, I need to triple dig this. If NG beats me to here, like I'm gonna need to like dig this or something weird. Like I got some expensive digs coming up. The other interesting thing to do is triple dig H3. It's actually pretty good. Gives engineers a lot of leech, cuts them off, kind of. I guess they can still take this, but triple dig to open up a free black is good. Actually, in games without gray in, I forget the exact color wheels, but their darklings can start in G5, and sometimes there's no pressure on this hex. It's actually like, it's very reasonable for darklings to do a triple dig on this gray, sort of in the mid game. It's pretty good. Oh, right, Fakirs don't have air too. I have to remember that. For some reason, I keep looking at Rafi's power and worrying about spades. But he just took Earth 1 and just wanted to spam dwellings and is delaying his second temple. It's kind of interesting. This is probably just cult coins for him. Maybe it's the priest. It is a dwelling round. I don't know. Probably the priest. Oh, this actually though, it comes with this thing comes with a priest. He can bump water. Maybe it's the cult coins. Or the other tile. This game doesn't feel very good. Basically. No network, no cults. It's probably okay. Not sure whose game I really love here. I think engineers are just getting away with a lot of crazy stuff. I guess it's apt to come to an end, though. Oh, Giants of Tempship. C5, C4? I don't really know where they're off to. They would have loved to D1 here with Tempship. I mean, I assume it's it's probably this stuff, because they need to carve this out as a sanctuary town, and both of these things, well, yeah, both of these hexes have neighbors and open up a red. So round 1 call reward was Airspade, yeah. I haven't interacted with Giants that much on this map as Darklings. You're usually sort of out of Giants' way. I wasn't really factoring Giants into the equation here. But anyhow, I'm just going to take this. Seems very good. I have to decide where I'm going to build a temple this turn. I mean, I guess it's just H4. My options are here or here. I was actually water 1 pressure, I suppose. Fakir is building another temple this round for water 1. I don't really know what that 2 worker tile was. Is he going to sanctuary? I don't really know what Raph is up to. Those workers might have just been 2/3 of a dig. Yeah, this makes sense. This looks good from Giants. Just getting a couple dwellings out in the dwelling rounds. Don't think they 2-town next round, but I suppose it's possible. So here's the other temple from Raph. Probably water. Oh, this is water 1 for the extra priest. Makes sense. So if I'm not getting water 1, then do I even want my temple this round? Let's see what engineers do. Let's build my dwellings first. Because if I water 1, this is actually going to be tricky here to town up next round. So it could be a weird game where I actually just build a temple next round for fire 2 or something. I guess I could build a temple this round for fire 2. I don't know how good that is. Allows me to avoid building trading posts. It saves me some econ. Because I don't have to like triple dig this or 6 coin. So maybe it is. Maybe that's just how I hit the track here. And I could actually just temple for fire 2 over here. Dwelling TP TP. That could be the case. Could be Earth 1, Fire 2, Air 1 this game. Something like that. Does allow me to hit 2 towns pretty smoothly. Gosh, having access to this X would be so much cleaner right now. One more dwelling would really make me feel a lot better. Alright, that's how engineers are going to do it. And then they just get to bridge and go on c6 this turn. I'm going to build a trading post next. Yeah, with this fairly small economy, like these aren't a ton of structures, having water one here would actually be problematic if I wanted to hit this round very well. I mean, I'm sure I could probably do it, but I would have to build a lot of trading posts. Next round, I think I will triple dig this though, if I'm allowed. I don't mind connecting. Yeah, it does. I4, I5 makes a lot more sense. I want to connect. I think engineers probably just get away with connecting here. And I think the network's going to be good. I think giants will have a good network. Like, I guess I'm competing for giants. This player says that they're fairly new, but like, they look like they have a good game. You know, stronghold temple, 5 dwellings into round 3, water 1. I don't know. I guess I could just pass onto the big building tile and do a temple next round. Building a temple this round just allows me to convert a priest into worker. Or sorry, a worker into a priest. So I can convert a priest into a worker. And then probably I just end up, if I stay in, NG stays in, giants pass onto the big building tile. NG has more moves, I expect. So, like, they're not going to fly out of the round and give me the TP pass tile. So I can have 5 coins in a cult step and a worker. Or a priest, 2 workers and 4 points. So yeah, so I can have, I'm actually just gonna look at this. Cult step. This also gives me a priest if I stay in the round for fire 2, 5 coins in a cult step. Or I don't get a priest, but I have a worker income, and then I get 2 workers, and then 4 coins, or sorry, 4 VP. So do you want 3 workers and 4 victory points, or 5 coins a cult step and a priest? Um, I think I stay in. Just give me 1 sec, folks. So everything happened like I thought it would. Other than engineers are giving me water 1, which I think I should take and send a priest to water. Whoop, I barely have enough coins for this, eh? I think this is probably just worth it. Now I'm actually just going to send a priest to water here, because I don't need it this round. And then pass for 5 coins and a cold step. I think that's all good. Okay. So I sold myself out for water 1. So that water 1 almost certainly costs me 5 track points, I would think. I mean, I can try to think through how I can town up here without completely destroying my economy twice. Like town up twice. Like one easy way to town up is like triple dig this and build a TP. That feels quite comfortable. Then I'm out of priests, and then I get, you know, some income. I could triple dig this. Maybe I shouldn't punt connection. Probably I should fight for connection a little bit. Probably I should leave the door open to connection and not be quite so silly about it. So I can just dig these. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 TP. Like I'm just one towning here. Unless I like trading post temple for fire 2, took a coin town and did some. I was just about to say that, SJ. Like, yeah, probably. And then just have 4 priest income next round. I mean, I guess that's what I have now. That's what I had this round. Is that good? It's true. And then I just build out, like, it would be a temple for fire 2, a dwelling. Oh, and then it could be a dwelling, actually. So I could go trading post temple, dwelling, done. Trading post temple, dwelling, TP. I think the thing is, if I want these hexes anyhow to keep connection open, then it's actually TP temple, dwelling, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwellings on the board. And then I would ship and probably come down here, build 3 dwellings and hope that engineers dig this. By the time I run out of dwellings, I have a neighbor to sort of like TP dwelling, stuff. Probably end up overtowning. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter with fire 2. I would end up overtowning a bit. Ugh, that feels very like tall. That's the generic term I use when I just say that things feel like I'm going to cripple myself doing them. So what are we talking about? I mean, I guess it's not that bad. It's a trading post and a temple and 2 dwellings. I mean, I'm not that broke, am I? 6 workers and 12 coins. I mean, coin town. Kind of seems weird, though. But I mean, fire 2 just comes with earlier econ off of my. Fire 2 is basically a 5-point favor because it's just helping me get a second town now, and it's getting me an econ boost. Yeah, coin town into ship town or something. Maybe that's what it is, guys. So I just start by. No, I have to do this in the correct sequence. I actually can't dig this right now. So I go dwelling. Yeah, I just have to be careful about this. I just am avoiding giving a bunch of people leech because, I'm grumpy like that. Yeah, this is fine. All right, let's give it a shot. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably 30. Maybe I am 14 structures here. I guess if I 3 town, that third town, if it has to be a worker town or something, I guess I probably do just network 14 here. Oh, and then yeah, so it is a ship town for sure because there's another ship here in the works. Or I figure out how to town and include I6 in the plans. But anyhow, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Fire 2, coin town. I mean, this is probably fine. I don't know why I'm like so concerned about this. I guess fire 2 also comes with 4 power in a sense. It allows my cult step to give me 4 power. I think this is actually correct. I think it might be another coin town though. Because if you start with a coin town, then the question is, do you want to give up 2 of those coins and another point for a whole other priest? And with 4 priest production around, I think I would rather give up the utility of the dig and half of the points that I would get on that priest for 2 coins, wouldn't I, in this state? Yeah, it might just be another coin town. It also means I probably just build like 3 trading posts in the trading post round. Or all 4. Like, you know, I'm either like, this is either 3 dwellings here and 4 here, or I do 4 of these here and then 3 here. So I'm getting 17 to 18 points off the track. So I'm getting 22 more track points this game. And I actually might have a couple cult points. Gosh, if I could afford it. See, this is the problem. I actually wouldn't mind an 8-pointer. And I have 12 more priests this game. I really want engineers to dig G9, I think, because I would love to take this hex, but I'm going to run out of structures. Like, I need to meet engineers somewhere. Like, engineers taking H7 would be the dream, because, like, I could take this, dig my way this way, and then, like, TP off them, dwelling TP, you know what I mean? But I'm like, when I take these, I'm only going to have 3 more dwellings. So I have 3 dwellings to place off of 1 ship, and the 3rd dwelling has to have adjacency. So engineers here would be sick, because then I could connect off of 1 ship. Like, winning water actually might not be terrible here. Now, if I end up needing 2 ship, then it's 2 priests, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, maybe I triple dig a red. The early water one from Giants is looking wrong. Fire 1 would have been better. Interesting. Oh, did the Sanctuary. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to mosey on along. Giants committed, they've committed their dig. I don't think they would take I5 here, but I don't know. This feels good, and then I'll actually have 6 worker production going into next round, which is a trading post and 4 dwellings and 4 priests. Oh, I have 6 priests because I'm taking. Oh no, I'm taking a coin town. I'm taking a coin town, and I'm upgrading ship. Oh, I'd really love to send a priest to water right here, but I can't do that, can I? No, I super can't. Need this priest to dig. That's too bad. I was really hoping for like 4, 4, 2. Like, if I could get 10, or like, you know, if there was a way that I could win water and get like 2nd on Earth, actually, because other people aren't playing this culty, like 12. Yeah. If I could get 10 cult points this game, I think that's conservative, but okay. Cointown's gone. Okay, so what does that mean? Yeah, it doesn't mean much. I think I just need more coins injected into my game. So I think it's just a ship town. Part of this line is it means I don't have trading posts on my board. But I mean, we are feeling the effects of a late trading post game. Part of why Fire 2 is also good here is to leave trading posts on the board because it hits the track better. Really what I'm saying is that I'm coin tight because the track says build TPs in round 6. Power Town for coins action isn't as silly as, like, it's It's a bit silly. It's not too silly. I think I just need the coin town. Or sorry, the ship town. I mean, maybe it's just a priest and 3 coins. Do I actually have 5 priests in supply? I do. I might just dig I can just dig expensive stuff. Like, I'll just town over here if I have to. They just double, like, engineers are going to do 2 gray spades, and I think I might just trash one of them and cut through them. I'm probably passing on to a priest and 3 coins. I'm just going to have, like, 9 more priests this game. With this, and with this ship town is absurd. Priest to water. Yeah, but I needed this last priest to dig. I mean, I could take a priest town and send it to water. That does not feel like enough coins. Does not feel like enough coins. Like, it's very bad that I can't afford that priest to water. So I don't think you're wrong in pointing out, like, in a sense, that I should be sending a priest to water here. I just think the cold hard truth is that I'm not able to. So what would be good here? The TP tile is basically 2 points probably, and 2 in a coin and a worker. The priest is just 2 points, 3 coins, and the utility of a dig. I think the priest and 3 coins is just the best tile here. And I kind of want my cult bump. Oh, I super want my cult bump on fire, actually. Yeah. And it's just 4 power. Probably no points, but it's just 4 power. And I would probably take a 4 for 3 here. So I think staying in this round for this cult bump is just like a 3 VP action. All right, we'll just do it. Oddly, I'm just hoping I get this priest. Oh, I'm going to pull a Zorus here and say, now what do we do with that? Take it, of course. Yeah, so by pulling a Zorus, I mean sitting here and saying, now what are we going to do with that? And then running my clock down for 30 seconds and then obviously taking it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look away, folks. Anyhow, moseying on along here. What were we talking about? Right, I'm passing for a priest. Do I just prefer the priest and 3 coins over 2 workers and 4? Convert to coins. Two workers. If I have 2 worker to coin here, then I'm taking, I don't need the utility of the dig anymore. So this is probably just 2 points and 3 coins versus 4 points and 2 coins. Like, that's one way to look at this in the crudest sense. That assumes I don't need the utility of a dig and that I don't need, and that I'm doing worker to coin at some point, which might not be true. But if it is, then priests are not digs, they're just points, and workers are just coins. Like, that's kind of the crude, simple thing. So 2 VP and 3 resources versus 4 VP and 2 resources. So I'd be trading 2 victory points for a coin at worst. At best, those workers can be used as workers. So 2 victory points or 4 victory points. So I think it's the big building tile, and that is barely consistent with the 5 for 4 that I took. Do I need 5 digs next round? I might actually. If I triple dig a gray. Well, I'm just going to pass. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. If NG digs this and this with their cult spades, then I triple dig this. No, I triple dig this. And I go 3, 4, 5. And then eventually I town up. I leave this open for them. Maybe they take it. They probably still do. It's a dwelling ground. And then my town is going to be this stuff. If they dig these two, then I still triple dig. I go, oh, if they dig these two, it's like this, and then this. If they dig these two, it's still this, and this. If they don't dig anything around me, if they dig this stuff and I don't know, they just ignore me, then it's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Fakirs need H7 or G10. They probably take it this round. Okay. Or they take that. Why do they take that? Yeah, if they had taken H7, then my town is a little... I guess I still would have done this and this and this. Probably, and yeah. This thing is a little sketchy. The reason this might have been okay is because these workers probably don't need to be coins. And so workers are more valuable than coins. Yeah. I rant on about consistency a lot of the time. So when I take a 5 for 4, that's just going to be convert. That 5 for 4 might have not been correct is the other piece. Because I'm not getting a coin action. Well, I guess the thing about it is that 5 for 4, I'm not going to sit here and do the, well, I'll probably do the math later. But that 5 for 4, it allows me to take a 2 for 1. So there's that. And then I need to convert a power to a coin this round anyhow to get down 3 dwellings. And then I'm getting 4 power at the end of this round. So was that 5 for 4 the additional power I needed to be able to, after converting a power to a coin in round 5 and gaining 4 power income going into round 6, get a coins action at the top of round 6? And it might have been. So that 5 for 4 might actually help me get a coins action next round and still get 3 dwellings this round. And if I have a short round, I think... No, that TP tile is not going to be open. Neither is the priest, probably. So if I pass first, I'm probably passing for like a spade or 4 coins and a cult step. Anyhow, I don't know. So who's winning this game? Engineers basically have the best cults. they don't connect. Like, there's just no way they connect unless they triple dig A6. So they're not. So I'm getting network points on engineers. And giants are not doing the greatest on network stuff either. They're not super expansive, and they're running out of reds because they're sandwiched. So I might actually just 3 town here and come in second in network and get 6 to 8 cult points. And get a crappy pass tile into the last round, but maybe a coins action, and hit a TP round really well. Engineers aren't going to hit the TP round hardly at all, and they're not going to get water 1 points. Okay. There's a game here. Where did engineers' other dig go? Okay, so the question is, do I hate engineers a lot? Hate them a little. I mean, what have they done to me? Question also is, if I triple dig G9, and then Fakirs fly and dig on H7, then what do? I probably still get I9. But then I have other problems. I think I triple dig H7 and I invite engineers to come to me. I get the free power. It stops Fakirs from coming here. Fakirs can jump to here and give me free power when they land. And I take this and this and this. And then I probably just dig this separately. I think this is a triple dig on H7. Or am I just always finding excuses to be a nice player? I think this is the play. Thoughts? Or did he just write this now? What time is it? Yeah. I mean, dude, you're not connecting, are you? I don't really know what engineers are up to. He wanted to go C3. Oh. C3, H7, G9. Where's G9? What the hell does C3 have to do with it? I think there's a lot of pressure on h7, and if I don't know that they're getting there at 0 ship. Yeah, it's not getting there. So engineers have just like dug a6 to blue, just saying if one of you guys wants to let me connect, that would be cool. Like, I guess giants don't want to just like overtown and they're strapped for digs, but like, my gosh, that's that's rough. All right, should be paying attention to what people did. So Rafa just is flying places. That's fine. I'm just gonna build here. Seems okay. I build a dwelling here. Probably just pass for call coins. My gosh. NG. Is it worth it for giants to dig that? I mean, giants just get second network probably. Last dwelling is just points. No econ, but hey, points are okay. I mean, engineers could just be real jerks and not build here. But if they do that, then I probably just triple dig. Well, I just build a trading post. I don't need all my trading posts over here. So if this is one of the benefits of Fire 2, actually. Yeah. So if engineers didn't do that, I just like take coins next round, I trading post, and I just like triple dig it. And then I TP, and then I don't know, do something. So what do I want next turn? I'm building 4 trading posts, and I'm building 2 dwellings, and I'm digging 3 times. At least. This and this allows me to connect off of 1 ship, which is less interesting if NG gets a6. Oh, giants. What is a10 doing? You're not getting another town. Why don't you just dig a6 and be everyone's friend here? Okay. Well, I'm just passing. I get 4 power income. This allows me to accept a free power. This allows me to accept a 2 for 1, and I can still take a 7 coin action. No, I can't take a coin action that way if I don't get an EOH. So I do this, and I reject all power offers. Yeah, coins and coins, so good. Now the question is do I want to pay a cult step and 2 coins for a utility of a dig / a block? Answer's probably no. Cult step's probably better. Spade, yeah, cult step's probably better. I think cult step's is better. All right. Darkling's out. Just gonna do coins, more coins. I don't know. All right, so worst case scenario, I get what? 6 cult points, let's say, and 6 network. I don't pass for anything. I need to have a 24-point trading post round. Come hell or high water. and then I'm just digging 4 times. I mean, I might send one of these to a priest, but only if it's worth at least 2 points. So I'll just evaluate these at 8. So I'm getting 24 water 1 points and 8 digs. And I'm going to get a town. I don't know. Do I get one of these? We'll call them all 11. Maybe it's a worker town, but then I get another dwelling out. Maybe I get an extra cult point that I'm not thinking. All right. So it's okay. It's probably beating everyone except for Fakir. I don't know if Fakirs are winning. I don't think engineers have 70 more points coming in, but maybe. I don't think so. And yeah, I could use washroom. BRB. We're going to want to dig I-10. I mean, yeah, I want to dig everything. Yeah. But, I mean, I have to take coins first action. I mean, I take coins and then I single dig a I-7 or something. Yeah. The thing is, I only need 1 priest for my town on H8. So I have extra priests to play with. Sort of. I mean, I have to be careful about, like, am I getting I6? And if not, then I also need to factor in another shipping. But, you know, I can, assuming I get this, then I can, like, coins, turn this to brown, TP, dig and dwelling, TP town, double dig and dwell. Like, I don't know what the sequencing is going to be a bit tricky next round. Yeah, because it has to start with a coins action, and before I can secure a hack, I need a TP. Yeah, so it might be coins action, single dig disruption, trading post, dig and secure. Then I'm out of dwellings again, so it's another TP, and then dig and secure. Something like that. I mean, that actually exactly might be the sequencing. Oh, they only need 1 more hex. What do you mean need? Oh my gosh. So, okay, this is interesting. So Rafa's just like done the game. Unless he like gets onto the big building tile and builds a sanctuary for air, like, yeah, there you go. With water 1, is it just a stronghold so that he can get out 2 more water 1 back TPs and then fly twice? That's 10 workers. 20 coins, but he has an extra worker, so he needs 19, and he has 10. And 2 from a single flight. So he needs 7. And he has 3.5. So he's like 3.5 coins short of just doing all this stuff. But he has 3 priests, and he only needs 2. So he's like 5 lead short or something. So the table just gives engineers connection. because Giants committed their dig this round early. How did he get all that done with 3 scoring tiles? Well, Fakir's come with a copy of Fire 1, right? So this landscape is just like better than Fire 1. It's like 20 coins. And you control when you produce them. So Fakirs are an economic faction. Fakirs get a lot of leech on this map in general. I mean, look at this. So the way to look at Fakirs here is he is playing double econ. This looks a lot like an Air 2. And then he has Fire 1. Right? Like, that's the thing about this map, that like I've actually seen some discussion from quite a few players of like taking, like, whenever I play Fakirs, if you're building 2 temples in the first 2 rounds, same as cultists or whatever, like you tend to just like want to like greed a favor tile in round 1 and then like an econ favor, and then secure Earth 1 in round 2 if you can, or if you get blocked, go double econ into an early SA, yada yada yada, all that stuff. With Fakirs, it's like I've seen it said by players. I think Logus has been at me about this, that like I took Air 2 in round 1 because like I don't know, it was like air workers, and that's what you do with temple factions. You open with an econ favor and secure points 1 later, and it was just like, what are you doing with that power? You got so much power was lost on you. So there's something to be said actually about Fakirs, about actually just rushing Earth 1 sometimes, I guess is my point. That's not the case with engineers. It's not the case with cultists, I don't think, on this map. It's certainly not the case with darklings. But yeah. So I can disrupt I-10. I mean, he can't secure it anyhow, so I'll just trading post, right? It's a little awkward because I actually just want a trading post on H8. So I want a dwelling there. I'd actually just like to dig and secure H8, but if Fakir's TP here, I guess it doesn't really matter. As you guys, well, is he getting down 2 more structures? He might if I let him. I guess that's the thing. If Fakirs get enough leech, like, are they just going to stronghold double trading post 2 dwelling? And so that's the thing. He definitely can't do that if I even commit a single priest to I-10. He might not do it anyway, but I mean, I just single priest I-10 here. Could even build a dwelling on it because, well, no, it's fine, because if I turn I-10 to brown, I don't have to build on it because there's lots of places he can just jump and single dig. And if he jumps to I-10 and does a hard dig, then he's definitely not getting out 2 more structures. So I just do this. So I guess I should count resources and try to figure out what I'm towning for here and make sure I'm not like... Do I have like exactly enough resources to do everything I want? And so actually just an 11 pointer or a 9 pointer are fine? Because the most I'm doing this round is building 3 more trading posts and 2 dwellings. right? Or am I taking... Can I take a priest town and get down 3 more dwellings? Because, like... I mean, what has to happen is 3 more trading posts. And a dwelling here. That's mandatory. So it's 7 workers and 11 coins and a priest. So I have 2 coins, right? And 4 workers left. And 2 priests. But, right. And then those 2 priests go here. And another dwelling for connection. Okay, so this is better. So 3 priests, yes, 13 coins, and 8 workers. So I have nothing left other than 4 workers. So if I take a priest town, get a free half a coin, and this is still chilling here, I can then just get out another structure. So I'd be down to 4 structures. I'd be network 14, which doesn't really matter because I just beat Giants network anyhow. So it would just be points. So I probably just continue with that line. Worst case scenario is I don't get the power. I still take the 11-point town, right? I just dig something random, and then I call it a day. And then I end up with a resource point as opposed to 2 Earth 1 points. So it's really honestly just like if I get this free power, I don't think it matters for network. Well, yeah, I mean, Giants aren't getting... Just a second. How much does this matter? It's helpful to know now. If I do that, I get 3 more structures out. 1, 2, 3, which means I'd be 1, 2, 4 structures left on my board. If I don't do that, I have 5 structures left on my board. So how much do I care that I only have 5 structures left on my board? Well, I care if Giants are also definitely getting 5 structures left on their board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if Giants can get a trading post and 2 more dwellings on their board, then it matters to me that I get this last dwelling. So are Giants getting 11 resources worth of stuff? Yes. But what they don't have is another red. Okay, so I just beat Giants network. Okay, so I don't care that much. Fair enough. So getting a free power here basically is worth a point for me. And engineers are just getting to connect. They win network. The spade does nothing for them. Unless they don't have fire 2. Can they fire 2, make this a town, dig this as a... No. No, they're... Oh no, this is already a town. Yeah, so engineers are getting just 1 more town. Sometimes I'm guilty of a little table talk. I'm only talking about this now because like NG has secured basically their entire game. You know, like no one's messing with C1. Like I don't think they really care what other people do at this point, other than like possibly giving them leech. So what else could go bad here? I6 could get taken, which is annoying. I think I'd probably take it next, actually. I mean, with Giants committing that dig. Oh, Giants are just getting another town. I didn't see that before. Oh, he has upgraded digs. There's all kinds of things I'm not paying attention about. So he just towns up, and then he has 3 workers and 2 coins left. So I can connect now. Then I'm short a structure, so I TP somewhere else. So I would dwelling, TP, dwelling, TP. Is that what I want to do? I guess I should just, I don't know. I guess this is just fine. I'm just going to rush the town. And I don't think the 8 pointer worth 3 points for me. I can just have 11 points. Or I can have 5 power. Probably doesn't do anything. Is that 8-point town worth it? Pay 3 points to do what here? Yeah, it's tricky. Might just take the priest town. Bump on air does nothing. Bump here, I guess, is a point. If the Kirs did nothing, I could just cult bump them for a tie or something. The other thing I can do is if the are there any more towns coming in? Yeah, engineers have a town. So the other thing I can do is I can take the 11 pointer, which is all the same to me basically. As a block to someone else and allow them to take a 2-point priest. I don't really know. Okay, well that solves that difficulty. So do I want to give engineers the 11 pointer, or do I want to force them to pay 2 VP for a priest that they probably bump air with? I think I like the idea of taking an 11-point town. don't think it really matters against them. Guess I should take the priest. There's my free power. I do get the dwelling out, so it's actually a point better for me. What's going on here? Oh, Terra Steel's jumped in the air. Why are there so many people spectating? Me not taking TP favor was a pretty big blunder. Easily cost me 15 points and gave it to black instead. That's all nice. All right. So presumably Giants are building another 6-point trading. Oh, it's an 8-point trading post. Yeah. So I'm just not winning against Rafa. Like, I don't have a pass tile. He has better cults and better network. That's annoying. He also has water too. Yeah. All right, I'm going to take this X. Oh, NG does NG does tie Fakir's network. That's helpful. So Rafa has 9 more network than me. 8 more on the pass. And a point ahead of me, so that's 17 points. Plus cults. So Raf's like destroying here. I have basically 14 points coming in. So he's beating me by like probably 10, almost 10. It's a lot. Yeah, so is this like Air 3? Oh, it probably is. He builds another 6-point TP. That way he can use his cult step here, his water 2 step. So he'll end with 16, 17, 18, 3. $31 coming in network. Oh gosh, that's ugly. It's ugly stuff. Kyrus has had a really good game here. Yeah. Oh no, wait a second. He doesn't. He gets. All right. Only 163. Or 162 if I bump back on Earth. So I can be 119, 2 on Earth. Probably 2 on water. Network. Yeah, it's not even close. All right. How do you spell stretch? I don't know. Stretch? There we go. So this priest can be a dig, and it allows me to turn our resource point into 2 Earth 1 points. So I can either send a priest to a cult and have a point, or I can not send a priest to a cult and have 4. So it's a priest to a cult worth 3 points here. Nope. It's just a dwelling. Oh, NG wins network. That's very nice. How many more moves are there left? Oh, everyone's committed all their steps and stuff. I think this is just probably very correct. I think Raf's got this by a lot. So there's his pass points in, but I don't have any pass points, and he just beats me on network and cults. Have Giants passed though yet? Yeah, they have. So this is quite the engineer's game. I guess they just didn't score that much, but just taking points from Raf here. Oh gosh, am I coming in third? wonder why this Darklings game went so bad. Wish I had a better feel for that. Played a Dwarves game yesterday that went really well, and I have no idea why. Like, I scored 170 points. The game seemed fine. And then I played this. It seemed fine. Didn't seem, like, amazing, but it seemed better than... I guess engineers did just get handed a lot, like the table, kind of. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. I guess that's what it was. It's not by 10. No, by like 15. It'll knock me down a bunch. It'll make Terra Steel happy. Yeah, that game was brutal. Did I overbid Darklings a bit? What can I blame that on? I feel like I played pretty okay. Sort of. I mean, I kind of played okay, but like it wasn't... I don't know that any of the moves that I did were wrong. That sounded really arrogant. Do I just chalk it up to the fact that, like, this just happened? I mean, this was just an 11-point town in connection for engineers. Now, mind you, engineers would have done something else with those resources as per usual. So I can't just take away, you know, town and connection here. But, like, I thought I had connection on engineers. Yeah. I usually hate doing that, blaming my losses on environmental factors. But, like, I mean, I didn't get a ton of leech. It wasn't a very explosive opening. And this Giants thing did slow me down a bunch, and I probably should have seen that. Probably should have seen that. I mean, I guess that's the thing. It's just tricky here for Darklings, because if I get this, and then Fakirs do decide to spade this and not here, like, it's also just annoying. This was fun to try this. This is efficient. Like, it's just an easy way to 3 town when you don't have that much expansion. I think the Fire 2 line was correct. I think Water 1 was just good. Yeah. I think I just got hit by Giants, and Engineers didn't. Basically. And then Engineers also just got to connect and town up here. And if they don't connect, I mean, I'd never beat Fakirs here, but I would get second in network, so that's up 6 for me. And they go down by, they might still beat Giants network. No, they lose to Giants. So I think Giants should have taken A6. Fire 2 is just 5 points. No, it's more complicated than that. It's 5 track points. It is the snowballing effect of getting the ship town when I did. It is points to allow me to hit the track better. Basically, like, I didn't have to build as many trading posts outside of the trading post round. So there's that. And then it's basically 3 coins here. You're right that this is a non-fire 2 town and this is a non-fire 2 town, so it always seems kind of sad. But I guess this trading post would have just been an expensive one over here in the last round. So it's -3 coins, it's -5 points, and then it's worse on the track and less snowbally. Because, like, you know, even if I move this TP over to G7, okay, fair enough. So that means what? I'm just like, I'm not getting this town's worth of stuff until round 6 either. So I think that's why Fire 2 is kind of good. If you have good neighbors and adjacency and you've built out a lot and there isn't like a late TP round, then just building trading posts and getting a town and then just expanding and just doing like a, you know, a third Air 1 town or something later is just better. I think Fire 2 was okay here. I think it allowed me to do expensive digs. The digs gave me good points. I think all of that was fine. VP awarded 32. I mean, that's 32. I should be able to do that math in my head. 16 digs. It's quite a bit. So Rafi just got power gained through structures. Okay, so I mean, these are the other things. Now, maybe this is still my fault because the thing is like, you should just kind of expect Fakirs to get a lot of power. And so maybe that's why, like, I do undervalue Fakirs in a lot of setups. And that's on me. So, like, maybe this is overkill, but, like, Fakirs were always just probably getting lots of power. And so they did just need to be bid down more. The pressure that I experienced as Darklings was somewhat expected. I mean, Giants could have just, like, been very vindictive against Engineers instead and rushed for this instead of this, but I'm still dealing with the H4, F7, G6 usual stuff here. So I think the moral of the story here is I should bid Fakirs more. Fakirs are just better in this color arrangement than I gave them credit. And that's part of it. I think the reason I came in third and not second was because Giants didn't block me and didn't block Engineers, basically. The reason I didn't come in first and not second is my fault for not bidding Fakirs down more. And just getting used to the fact that, like, Fakirs are just a very good faction on this map and need to be bid down quite a bit. Engineers got 4 times double dig. Well, yeah, that was a thing that I mentioned in the opening when I was doing the evaluation period during the auction, was that, like, Giants are not taking double dig, or they shouldn't. Engineers are not taking, or Darklings aren't taking double dig, or they shouldn't. So that leaves Fakirs. Sorry, yeah, Giants and Darklings aren't taking double dig, or they shouldn't. Fakirs will sometimes, but they're not that crazy on it either. And they start with less power. Like, Engineers were always just in a position on this map to get double dig quite a bit. And that was something that was very good for them. And Engineers are kind of the cultiest faction here. Like, the cults were just open is the other thing. If there was anyone who was a slight cult faction, or even someone who wasn't anti-cults, like, Giants delay their temples, so they're bad on the cults. Darklings and Fakirs both have utility with their priests. Engineers are fine on the cults, but they're still kind of suboptimal. Like, even nomads or something, I think, well, obviously Fakirs are in, but, like, even witches or something that got a stronghold early and delaying shipping, I think would have trashed cults here, let alone, like, chaos magicians or swarmlings, or if this was dwarves, not engineers, I think you would have mopped up the cults. So that's another thing about engineers here, is they get good access to Act 6, and the cult points were always going to be okay for them. Like, I guess they did get the 2 key town, didn't they? They put some effort into it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they did 6 priests in a 2 key town, so this isn't like, these aren't free points for them. Like, that is a decent amount of effort. But still, like, they didn't have to lock up Earth. Like, you know, getting seconds at 0.7 and 5 is, like, pretty clean. So I think Engineers had Action 6, cult stuff going for them pretty well. Engineers had Giants to worry about and connection, but they just got to connect this game. Feels like maybe if you get the extra dwelling left. Maybe, well, if I build this, I get a better score. I mean, I sort of did get that. This was kind of the extra dwelling, I think. Gosh, this is a chatty table. I agree with this. Giants. People think that giants, partially because of their name, but also because of their ability, are like this very like strong faction that can just smash through hexes. It's actually the opposite, right? I mean, think about it. Giants just dig worse. Giants aren't a big, tough faction. They're actually a very fragile faction, right? Like, if you dig one of Witch's hexes, they'll just hard dig another one in round, like in the later game. It's not that big of a deal. You take a Giant's red, and it's like an issue for them. Like, everything's a double dig to them. So this idea of viewing Giants as like this tough faction that's going to dominate the board and has extra digs to throw around and block people is not, is definitely not the way you should look at it. The thing is that Giants are not prejudiced in terms of what hexes they're going to take, so it is always just some sort of randomness of like, which line are they going to cut through? Is it going to be yellows or greens or blues or blacks or grays? Like, it can sort of be any direction. So I sort of agree with Rappy here. There's like, shouldn't think of Giants as like a blocky faction. They're just more of kind of like a chaotic faction. This looks really nice for them. Basically, Giants on this map, if you can ever connect two reds, not through shipping, like the thing you really want to do is on land, use your stronghold action twice to connect two reds. That's like really efficient. So you use your stronghold action twice to get 3 reds basically, and then you town up with no bridge. It's very hard to get this, but this is also usually pretty tricky. So this is very nice for them. And so like this one is also good. And he probably could have gotten it this game. And it's like annoying to engineers and a little annoying to Fakirs, but nicer to Darklings. And this is annoying to Darklings. Because it sort of stunted my worker econ, not having this extra cheap dig. I mean, it turned out fine, but yeah. What else can we look at? I was really late to coins actions. This is pretty gross. Or I did get 2 coins actions. Okay. All right, that's okay. 2 coins action and a worker action. It's not a lot of stuff. Yeah. Anyhow. Trying to do a better job of learning from both my wins and losses in Terra Mystica, and it can be surprisingly hard. Like, I look at this game and I lost by 16 points, and then I played a game yesterday and scored 170 points playing Dwarves. The games didn't feel that much different. Like, I made like fine decisions. They weren't like, amazing or anything. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tackle all this stuff. Figure out what I can be doing better. Yeah, so also being at the top of the arena standings is really tricky because everything's super swingy, right? Like, this has knocked me way down. Like, all of this is so tight. Like, now Nerd Cube is in. Taking a third to kind of a lower ranked player is like a lot of arena points lost. I don't expect to get higher than 3rd place this arena season. I'd need to be on a pretty crazy winning streak. So, if I was playing this very competitively, there's almost an argument for parking at 3rd and then just like keeping an eye on the other guys, but that's no fun. I'll just end up in the top 10 one way or another this arena season, somewhere in here. Anyhow, I think that's all. Oh, another one, you're waiting in the queue. I don't know if I can. I'm going to end this stream and see what I'm doing right now. And if I can, I will join you, but no guarantees. But I will probably spectate. Anyhow, thanks everyone for... oh yeah, just you so far. I'll keep an eye on this game, no guarantees. I may or may not jump into the queue, we'll see. But at the very least, thanks so much everyone for tuning in. Go watch Simon's game. It's going to be a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.